Hello, I'm Lorraine and welcome to the Free Insights podcast, where we explore the intersection between all things brand, marketing and insurance. In this first series, we'll be taking a deep dive into the insurance sector's talent crisis. I hope you enjoy this episode. I'm delighted to be joined today by an international global broking powerhouse. In 2019, she was named Businesswomen to Watch and also on the Hot 100 in the Insurance Business America Awards. 2020, she was featured as Power Broker in the international category and Elite Women. And Olga Collins is the CEO of the world's largest global broking network. As a board member of WBN, she was also a founder of their Catalyst program for young professionals, and I'm delighted to have her here with us today. Welcome, Olga.
Thanks for having me.
Great, thanks for being here. I'd like to start just a little bit by maybe telling us about your journey into insurance. Very few people have deliberately found their way in, so how was it for you?
I think for me it's very similar. I did not know insurance existed growing up and going through my schooling years, but born and raised in Poland, always passionate about international anything. At the time in Poland, it was quite a restrictive environment. So as soon as I had a chance to work in the international space, I moved to the US for schooling. Started out on the client side of the insurance industry. When I found risk management, it was a perfect blend of analytics and people. So I never looked back. It was really nice for the first 15 years of my career being on the client side, being a global risk manager. Moved over to the broking side where it was very, very exciting to work on various risks. From the circus to the planes and trains and automobiles, really fun to see that our industry really touches everything around us. And then just short 4 years ago, I was able to join WBN full-time and have been working with WBN ever since.
Yeah. And as CEO of WBN, you really get a global view of what's happening in the industry. What do you see, how do you see the talent crisis affecting different regions? Is it different in different regions?
You know, initially I would say we thought so, but the more WBN and our collective community has been talking about talent, the more I see that it's a unified problem or opportunity. Yeah. I think overall the perception of insurance is quite similar, that it's a stale environment that very few want to enter.
Which we know is not true. Right?
We know it's not true, but how do we put it on paper? How do we send the message further on? You know, we work with, even at the collegiate level, with talent who is not just finance background, not just risk management majors, but how do we tell the communications majors? How do we tell the future engineers, future lawyers, that all of those careers can be found to thrive within insurance?
Yeah. So what sort of strategies are you employing with your members and as WBN yourself?
Yeah, it's a passion project for us to continue and focus on talent. The launch of the Catalyst program with the Academy specifically was a huge undertaking that we found to be very beneficial, not just to the talent itself, but to the member firms. They use the program that we've created as a retention and recruitment tool. It's not your Insurance 101 type of classes where we know the CE side of our industry is quite important, but our program focuses on creating future leaders. So very soft skill focused, fun, I would say, and probably the most global insurance training program that's out there. I like to call it kind of an MBA of international business.
Yeah. And do they attend the conferences? I know you run 2 global conferences a year. Do Catalyst members go?
Yeah, I think that's the exciting part is much of the program takes place in person during our global conferences. Twice a year, we bring our entire community together. You have anywhere from 80 to 90 countries in the room. Wow. So for anybody with passion like myself for international business, that's the room to be in.
You mentioned just then about insurance being seen as boring, and we know that's not true. But what do you think insurance leaders can do to kind of change that perception?
I think sharing the message wider
Mm-hmm.
and louder is important. Many of us have fallen into the space and never left. That's a sign. If you have a hobby, if you have a niche interest, you can find your space within insurance. I know many of our brokers are focused on sports management, entertainment, hospitality. Like I mentioned, from the circus to the sky. It's really important to notice that there are careers that you can create out of your hobby.
And thinking about the sort of skills and experience that people need to get into insurance, have you seen a change in that, or do you think it is changing?
I think that's one way we can actually invite more diversified talent into our space by making people understand this is not just pushing paper, which is insurance historically what we were known for, but it is a really good combination of the analytical mindset with relationship mindset. So I think the skill set is very different with AI conversations that are taking place pretty much on a daily basis. I think the technology is going to create time within our day to be more creative and to be more nimble and less process focused, but more solution focused.
What is WBN doing to leverage its network and its global presence to really help support their members in acquiring talent, but also retaining talent?
Yeah, first and foremost, starting with the Catalyst program, it's a program that's truly created around credits. So it is a global community of students of insurance. It's those that have been in insurance for not much longer than 7 years, and they're under 35 years old. But upon completion of the program, we have created an opportunity for our talent to participate in a board mentorship. So it's something that is created, well, I don't know if it exists anywhere else, but it's created for the purpose of gaining that cultural intelligence as well. So the setup is for every graduate, we combine them with a mentor from across the globe. So that way they get to learn from somebody with a completely different background from a completely different market.
That's incredible. And your members are some of the biggest and best firms in their countries, right? So
yes,
that opportunity wouldn't necessarily just drop into their lap as part of their day job. So
you're absolutely right.
It's quite a big thing. Okay. I mean, thinking about other innovative solutions for attracting talent or retaining talent. I mean, we are a brand agency. We focus on perception. Are there any other ways that you think that the industry could be dealing with the problem?
Yeah, I think we have created such silos within insurance. For me, a couple things. WBN thrives itself on our competitive space. We have competition in the room. We have multiple brokers in each geography. I think working together, even though we're competitors, is making us better and stronger. So on the talent conversation, if we actually work together across the industry instead of working against each other, that would be very important. And I think we could get us further ahead than just everybody doing their own strategy regarding talent. Yeah. The second piece is, we have, as an industry, created silos between employee benefits and property and casualty. For WBN, getting rid of those silos and just making connections across those two worlds and showing our talent that there are opportunities that are a combination of, that's important as well.
Yeah. And I suppose it's a little bit of taking your own medicine, giving advice on employee benefits and using that yourself.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. We continue to consult with our clients on what is best from the benefits perspective for their clients. But yet we don't do the same thing with our own firms. So learning from what we've created as solutions and actually adopting those would be key.
Fantastic. And just one final word, if there was one message you could give to insurance leaders who are looking to take action but not sure where to start, what is the one thing you'd recommend they do now to deal with this problem?
Speak loud and proud about the industry. Don't head your head down when somebody says, what do you do? And you go, insurance. It's really important that we make the world see this is not just about buying insurance anymore. This is risk management. Just that alone sounds more cool than traditional insurance. And look outside the box. Think outside the box. We don't have to just get finance students into the industry. Create some opportunities within your firms for talent to touch various parts of the organization. Let's work on it together.
Yeah. Olga, thank you so much. It's lovely to have you, and that was really, really helpful and insightful.
It is a crisis. You can hear it.
I know.
Sound the alarms.
Exactly. Thank you so much. It's lovely to see you.
Good to see you.